because if an entire generation can be so fucking delusional to think that we can change the world, maybe it can actually happen.
How are you doing, Keys? Oh, yeah, me too. I know that feeling.
Yeah. Honestly, not bad. Not bad. Was a good day. You know, I mean, I actually got up and went and took Mel and Kobe for a walk before noon, so that was fun. Usually it's always in the afternoon. And then I had a whole nice workout, and yeah, it was a good day. I moved more than I usually do. So
Yeah.
it was good. Felt good.
That's good. I've noticed that you've been building the habit of getting up earlier, because you've expressed before how the mornings can be such a drag in the sense that it's hard to drag your ass out of bed.
Yeah.
And of course that has to do with your body, how your body is.
A bit, for sure. That definitely plays a role. I think the other thing too is like, why the fuck am I getting up at 8 a.m. when there's nothing to do during the day? Like when I'm still, like my job doesn't start till the 24th, so I'm literally just a sitting duck right now. So it's annoying.
I believe it.
But yeah, anyways, so it was better this morning anyways.
Yeah.
Better for the earlier part of the day. How was your day?
Day was all right. It's a Friday. So happy Friday. It's also Friday, March 13th.
Yeah.
Right?
6 years ago on this day.
Yeah, someone else expressed that. What's the significance of that?
COVID.
Oh.
Friday.
I don't need to know this information.
Friday the 13th.
Is that when COVID kind of like full shutdown?
That was when it was announced that
Wow.
COVID is a international emergency. It was 6 years ago today.
I was wondering why my coworkers highlighted that. I was like, oh, okay. I guess 6 years, it's not that far, but yeah, 2020.
Yeah.
And you know, last month was also Friday 13th.
Yeah, we've had 2 in a row, which is crazy. Do you know what the actual significance of Friday the 13th comes from?
Well, I know from the past I know there was information that contradicted this, but I can't recall exactly what it was. But I've heard before that, Friday the 13th, and it's like Jesus died, and then 3 days later he rose up. But I think there's more to it. There's something else to it than that. I don't think that's accurate.
It's a cover-up. It's Christianity was a
it was a slaughter. Okay, go on.
What?
I don't know. I'm just assuming.
No. Friday the 13th was the day that pagans celebrated Freya.
Oh, of course.
Which is the goddess of sex and love.
Right.
So Christians don't like that.
No.
And it was also, it's worshiping women, and it was like worshiping women and a day of sex and love. So, you know. Anyways.
So today we are worshiping sex and love in honor of the goddess Freya.
Yeah.
You know, actually, you mentioned this. Good friend of mine, Kate, was telling me their incredible depth of knowledge on Norse mythology. For them, it's not mythology; it's real, and totally feel that vibe from them. I resonate with that too, myself being Scandinavian. But they were sharing about these goddesses. They're always they're always seen by us as like these gods of love and sex and beauty, but they're also warriors.
Oh God,
right?
yeah.
Like strong, powerful, protective, vengeful warriors.
Yeah.
And Freya is that goddess too.
Yeah, yeah. That's just what the like because in Western culture we've grown up hearing the word god or goddess and seeing them as this complete ethereal being.
Nothing. That's just garbage in my pocket I found. Go on. What? We're supposed to see that.
What was I even saying? We see, anyways.
God, ethical being.
We see
Okay.
them as this complete. We see them as completely separate from ourselves, and we don't even see them as like a full, well-rounded being. How we see them and what they represent is what we perceive to be their entire being. When in reality, that's just like their overarching personality trait. When everything else like also comes into play. They're still a being. They still have all of these other things. And like you said, they're all fucking warriors.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. That's why I honestly, like, I resonate really hard with Norse mythology as well.
Mm-hmm.
Norse mythology. Yeah. Yeah.
Have you seen the show? What's it called again?
Probably not.
Vikings.
No, I've been told several times to watch it. I've just been putting it off and rewatching old shows.
Really, really got connected with that show.
Mm-hmm.
Really felt immersed in it, in that world. I feel for me when I watch that kind of content, and also the music. Kate shared some awesome music with me. That's very much around this theme, this culture.
Mm-hmm.
And watching the Vikings, there was a lot. It's definitely exaggeration on a few things, but there's a lot of historical information put into it too.
Yeah, that's what I heard. They tried to be as historically accurate as they could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was an awesome show. Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Didn't really fully finish it, but
maybe that can be our
yeah. There's
our next
another
show.
one too, like Norseman or something. It's a movie. I can't remember the name now, but
There's
I'm meaning
a
to
few
watch it.
now. Yeah.
Anyhow,
Hey,
yeah,
pick it
but my
up.
day was good. I guess. Wait, did I say how my day was? Yeah, it's Friday. I didn't fully finish how
No,
my
you
day
didn't.
was.
No.
I went on a side tangent there.
Yeah.
Day was good. Work's been a lot busier lately, but it's good. Days go fast. It's good mental stimulation if things are constantly moving. I find it's like the brain's like a muscle that way.
Oh yeah.
Right, you just keep constantly working it. I just realized I didn't take my supplements yet today, but I guess I didn't need them because I've been just talking my face off all day.
Go.
So I think that actually is probably the best supplement is just consistent activity.
For ADHD brains?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, constant stimulation. Otherwise, you just shut
Powering down.
Powering down. Give me the Cheetos. I don't know. That's what I would do. Okay, I don't like Cheetos actually, but this is full ADHD mode right now. I do like those puffs. You know those ones I've given to you. Those jalapeno ones.
Oh,
the
yes.
Barbaras or something.
Yes.
Barnabas. Can't remember.
They're good. Yeah.
I like them.
I'm not one. The only Cheetos that I like are those like really fucking crispy ones that are like greasy as shit that make you
those
fart.
ones Robin bought, the old Dutch ones. Remember those? Do you remember that?
Oh, the twists.
The
corn
twist things. Holy crap! It was just like it's like eating a cloud.
I'm literally gonna add that to my grocery list right now because
do.
I've genuinely been forgetting to buy them.
We can go and get some after this. I want some now.
Corn twists is what I'm gonna.
We should make that as a staple when Robin comes over.
Popcorn and corn twists.
Yes.
Every time.
Mix them together in one bowl.
No, that should be illegal. Wrong. You're wrong. No.
Why?
Because it's two different textures. One of them was melting in your mouth, and the other ones you have to chew.
Okay, you win this round.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, do you want to get into actual astrology
I don't
now?
have any notes, but I'll just pull up some random stuff on Google.
That's okay. The only reason I wanted to do notes was so that I didn't have to scramble and find shit on my phone. So, anyways, the thing that I actually did look into was planetary placement because that's something that I always forget about. I know that the only two that I can actually remember off the top of my head is that your sun sign is like your overarching personality, basically. And then your moon is like your inner workings and your emotional side. That's the only two that I can ever actually remember.
Right.
So I went in and I kind of just quickly wrote down certain things about how that affects you. And so Okay, so your sun sign is like your sense of self, your ego, and like your basic personality. So it's kind of that's the baseline. And so whatever sign that you have within that placement on the day and time that you were born is going to impact you the most for your sense of self, ego, and basic personality. And then when you go into the moon, so like, okay, here, I guess, for example, I should pull up my co-star because I don't even remember what they all are. Okay. So mine's in Taurus. So even on here, I really like this app. It's called co-star that Axel actually showed me a few months ago, and it's really helpful. But I'll just give this a read to kind of go more into depth here. The sun determines your ego, identity, and role in life. It's the core of who you are and is the sign you're most likely to already know. Your sun is in Taurus. It's talking about me now. Meaning you are fundamentally stable, deliberate, and practical, though somewhat stubborn. I don't know about the word somewhat. I am stubborn as shit. So.
You're a Taurus, absolutely.
Yeah.
You try and tell you something, you just moo back at them. You got to move this way. Not happening.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then it says, your sensual side takes comfort and pleasure very seriously. The reason it takes comfort and pleasure very seriously is because Taurus is governed by Venus. And if you go in here, Venus is the planet of beauty, love, abundance, luxury, and interest in art. So being a Taurus and being ruled by Venus, the other one that's also ruled by Venus is Libra.
Okay.
And so that is like that you take comfort in those types of things. It also says you appreciate nice things when they're useful and meaningful. People appreciate how reliable you are. So anyways,
yeah, totally.
Not only does it does the sign that's in your sun placement matter, but it also connects to other things. So because my sun sign is a Taurus, that means that I'm more connected to Venus, which is really cool. So, and that happens with everything else in here as well. Yeah. Anyways, I'll let you talk now because I've been monologuing.
No, I appreciate the information. You've done some reading on this. I appreciate that you shared about your sun sign and what that means, and how it represents basically our core identity. Right?
Yeah.
It's how we represent ourselves, I guess, in life. For me, I think of it as like the conscious mind. And the conscious mind is formed from our experiences, and our ego is very much identified to our conscious mind. I know for me, I'm an Aries sun.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, I feel for Aries, it's a fire sign.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of, they're kind of like the initiators. They're the ones who kind of get things going. They're a bit of a, they're kind of like the ones who, I don't want to say dreamer, but they're the ones who are they envision something and to get things done. And one thing I've learned about Aries is that, and I've seen this with myself, is that I'll work on a lot. I'm really good at starting projects.
Yeah.
Right. And getting things moving. And there's a lot of excitement and energy there. But as soon as it gets to the legwork and having to do the actual task itself to completion, I start to lose interest.
Yeah.
Right. And so that's more so. And I've done that with so many things, so many hobbies I've started and never fully saw to completion. So
I think that specifically is even worse for you because it's that symptom is also overlapping with an ADHD as well.
Yeah.
So
big time.
It makes sense there.
But yeah, and also like within Aries, there's a bit of courage, and there's also natural leadership too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
With Aries.
100%.
And Aries is ruled by Mars.
Yes.
So like I know in the Tarot, I believe that connects to the Emperor.
Yes, the Emperor makes sense.
Yeah, and the Emperor is like the one who's like the king of the domain. Yeah. In a way.
So Mars, just reading off of here, if you're governed by Mars, which means, and Mars signifies the god of war. That's actually Mars was the god of war, and that's why Mars was named that. So anyways, it's also, oh fuck, I can't even read my own writing. determination, aggression, passion, and lust. So you naturally, in your like overarching personality, are very determined and once you're determined, that creates a passion and an aggression for it. And even like, and same with the lust, it's playing in there. You have a lust for whatever you're interested in. So obviously everyone's different, but for you personally, I find you have a lust for knowledge. So, yeah.
Knowledge and deeper wisdom.
Yeah.
And I want to know. And I know a lot of that was fed because of leaving the high control group religion.
Yeah.
That I belong to, is that I was seeking the truth, but I use the word truth so loosely.
Yeah.
Because what is truth? What is truth other than what you make of it?
Exactly. Yeah.
And so for me, it's about just trying to distill as much as I can from all the knowledge, all the information I gather, and to distill that to something that feels cohesive to the reality that I'm in, and connects with everything else. Like how does it all interrelate together?
Yeah.
And I have found that with spirituality, with religion, is that they all hold some central theme.
Yes.
Right? They're all fingers pointing to the moon.
Yes, exactly.
Right? There's a core truth there that can't be fully understood or comprehended because it's not meant to be. Because the more you go into it, the more there is.
Yes. It's a never-ending pit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is there anything else on the sun?
No, that was it about the sun. It was just a quick basic thing there, and I just wanted to give the example, which I'm going to continue to do. I'll go in on CoStar and give the example of what mine's like.
Okay.
And then if you're willing as well, I'd like to, for certain ones, to go in and explain like how your placements and my placements for specific thing interact with each other, and how obvious that is for us in our day-to-day life.
Right. A synastry of sorts.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be a synastry between us. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or synastry. I don't know how you say it.
I think synastry.
Okay.
I don't fucking know. Anyways, second one on the line is moon. Once again, the moon represents your inner world, your emotional side, your spiritual side, and your inner private, your inner workings, your private self.
Yeah.
And like your deeper thoughts, and like the more of like the subconscious type stuff that happens in your inner world, or even like the things that you think about without other one else's being involved.
Would you say your intuition is tied to that then?
I think the moon would definitely be involved in intuition. There's another one on here. I think another one that could be tied into intuition would be Jupiter, because Jupiter's luck, fortune, philosophy, spirituality, and expansion. So I think that between the moon and Jupiter, that's probably more intuition based. But yeah, so anyways, my moon sign is a Gemini. So I'm just going to read this here. It says, the moon rules your emotions, moods, and feelings. This is likely the sign you most think of yourself as, since it reflects your personality when you're alone or deeply comfortable. Your moon is in Gemini. Let's talk about me now. Meaning your emotional self is often restless and unsettled. You're extremely adaptable, which sometimes make you feel pulled in too many directions. You are easily bored and need to feel like you are free to be creative and create meaning, which can make you feel like you're in a constant identity crisis, which is extremely fucking true for me. I have 17,000 different fucking paths that I want to take literally today. When I think about tomorrow, there's a million different directions that I can go. I never know. I literally never know what my own mind is thinking, which is why I can seem very impulsive, because I have so many different thoughts going on, and I can never actually decide how I feel about something, or what I never know. There's always two sides to everything. So even my own emotions, there's always multiple things going on. which is extremely fucking true. Do you know what your moon sign is?
It is a Leo, also fire.
Yeah. No, Gemini's air.
Well, I mean, because I'm Aries fire.
Oh.
And then yeah.
I thought you were relating to me.
Right.
Okay, yes, that makes sense.
Yeah, so Leo. And for me, just kind of sharing here what's written is that for Leo, my emotional self is dramatic, proud, expressive, idealistic, and somewhat self-centered. And apparently I need a lot of love, care, and validation from other people. Do you feel that's accurate?
Well, I don't know how you want me to respond.
I don't know.
To that.
I don't know about astrology.
The validation. I don't know if you need that.
Yeah,
The external
I don't know how true
validation
this is.
for your emotions and your feelings.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I do see that though with myself. Like when I read my natal chart the first time, I was like, "This is more accurate than any personality test I've ever read.
I know.
I've ever done. Like personality tests, you have to like dig through how you perceive yourself, how you think you are.
Yeah.
But then reading the natal chart is like, I didn't want to know that, but it's true.
Well, and it goes into so many specific things. Like it's so, like personality charts. Or those quizzes or whatever that you can do where there's the 4 different.
Yeah. Oh gosh, I used to remember the name because I used to be really into it. I'm an INFJ.
No idea what that means.
It means intuitive. How is it? Is it intuitive, feeling, judgment, and feeling? It's introverted. I'm actually kind of right on the cusp of introverted and extroverted. N, I believe, is intuitive. F is feeling, and J is judgment. And they just represent different things. There's like 32 different personalities in that. Yeah. Within that realm of understanding.
I remember taking that test several different times.
I think it's called a Myers-Briggs test.
I don't fucking know. That's just always the one that I've gone to for personality tests because I knew it was the only one that had some type of accuracy to it. Anyways, every time I did it, I got somewhere similar to each other. But the main thing for me was that it, like you said, you have to decode your own self. And then it's like, because with how we're going with this, how the sun is your overarching and then the moon is your inner and then your Mercury is your how you communicate and your Venus is like whatever, like there's so many different things with astrology that it's going in with so many details.
It's complex and convoluted.
Yeah, exactly. But when you're doing these personality tests, it's so straightforward. And I think the other thing that really confused me was like being autistic, reading those types of texts, the questions, the prompts it's asking you, like I know which ones I want to put myself in favor of like being better or being worse or something or whatever. Like it's hard to be actually honest about those answers because there's always some ego and some personal biases that are in the way. Whereas with this just is it. There is no personal biases, which I find a lot more comforting. Yeah.
Just pulling up a little additional detail about Leo Moon here is that there's a shadow side to things, right? So even like I guess it's not maybe the best example, but I know in Tarot if it's in reverse, it's kind of the shadow side of that aspect of reality creation yourself. And on the shadow side is that feeling emotionally hurt if your gifts are overlooked. And also tying my self-worth too strongly to external validation.
That's every single Leo that I know. Yeah. And especially... Oh, sorry.
Oh, I was just going to... Last comment was that Leo moons are often emotionally magnanimous leaders.
Yeah. That makes sense. Especially in the way that you help other people.
I like that word, magnanimous.
Oh! I was going to say, yeah, especially because Leo being your moon sign, it really does make a lot of sense for your emotional side of things. It really does. Yeah. Okay, well, the next one on the list here is Mercury. Mercury is the
question. The 3 big ones, sun, moon, and rising signs. That's how I've always understood it.
Yeah.
But we're going to go through the planets first?
I'm just doing planetary placements, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So anyways,
Go on.
Mercury being communication, logic, rationality, intellect, curiosity, analytical, sorting and classifying, and like articulation. So my Mercury is in Aries. And it says here, Mercury determines how you communicate, talk, think, and process information. It also indicates how you learn. It is the mind's planet. Your Mercury is in Aries, meaning your intellect is quick, independent, impatient, energetic, and direct. You think fast and start conversations with enthusiasm. You're likely to yell. I don't like being aggressive that way, so I tend not to yell, but I do yell with my face. So there's that. But yes, this is really fucking accurate, and I think you can chime in on that of how, like, yeah, intellect is quick, independent, impatient, energetic, and direct. Like that's that's exactly.
My mom said exactly that yesterday.
Yeah.
You're very direct.
Yeah. Yeah. She said one thing and I was just instantly called her out and she was like, "Wow, you're really honest." I'm like, I can't not be.
Yeah,
it just comes out. I've said this, I think I actually said this to you yesterday, but I said I'm very pro not thinking before you speak. Because if you just, even right now, I'm not thinking about the words that I'm about to say. They're just coming out naturally, which means it's actually natural instead of it being like a rehearsed thing in your head. Because I find the more that you sit, personally for me, the more that I sit and think about what I'm going to say, the more it becomes something outside of myself. It's not how I would actually say it. It's not how I would actually communicate. It's actually like going through and like thinking about the social programming of how I should talk about things or whatever, and then it just becomes less me and more the societal conditioning. So accurate as shit.
Indeed it is. For myself with Mercury, mine is in Taurus. So I always find that it's interesting, that flip for us, because yours is in Aries.
Yeah.
Mine's in Taurus. I'm a Sun Aries. You're a Sun Taurus.
Yeah.
And I don't know how that interrelates, how it connects, but it just seems to me that's why we get each other so well. That's how I understand it.
Yeah.
It's
agree.
like our communications, we just get each other.
Yeah. There's definitely with that, there's definitely like, because I'm direct and obviously, and or I guess read the thing first.
Oh no, go on.
Well, I was just gonna say, because Aries is very direct when it comes to communicating and very to the point, and Taurus, I don't know exactly what it's going to say, but I know Taurus energy is very like slow and stubborn. And so when you have a thought about what you think is right, and then I have my direct hit to that thought of like, why is it like that? Or you should question that, or whatever, or even just like, am I wrong? Are you wrong? Is anybody wrong? Any type of those questions tends to rattle you. And then that's when we have a little bit of like we need some. Oh, a what?
A tiff?
Yeah, sure. Let's go with that. We have a tiff. And then, but...
There's so few and far between.
Yeah.
Just as any two people staying in the same space long enough.
What's going to happen, dude?
Yeah. Honestly, It's been far more gentle than other experiences I've had.
Oh, 100%.
Majority of. So.
Yeah. But I think, like
Anyway.
you said before, the fact that our Mercuries are opposite to our suns, I think because of that, after the tiff happens, we literally only need 5 minutes apart to be like, oh, okay, no, I totally get you. And then that's it. Because we literally have the opposite right there. We can see the other side so fucking clearly. So it definitely helps a lot.
Our first tiff was a very memorable moment. When
we hugged afterwards.
We hugged and we cried. We were just like, oh my God. You're not mad? No, I'm not mad. Are you mad? No, I'm not mad.
Yeah, basically that's how it went. It was just
because of some recycling mishap.
Yeah, it was
so silly.
It was a hard day. Plus
yeah,
it was just
we were both feeling dysregulated that day.
Yeah, there was a dysregulation, and then having to go out in public and having to deal with it was the noise too, the overstimulation of all of it. Fuck, so bad. Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah, I always say it's when it's how there's always going to be challenges, there's going to be difficulties, there's going to be conflict. It's how two people come back together and to restore, I guess, order, but to restore that connection right? It's how they do that
Yep.
both shows the bond that you have and adds to the growth of that friendship.
Yes, it definitely does. I think you're very right on that.
And it strengthens the friendship too.
Yep.
Okay, can I talk now? About my Mercury? Just kidding. It says here, mine's in Taurus, meaning your intellect is extremely practical and deliberate. You stick with ideas that make sense to you once you've thought through them. People like to hear what you think because of how practical you are, though you may seem narrow-minded. Sometimes other people have a difficult time understanding you. Yeah, I can be a bit cryptic.
That's a very good word for it. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'll say certain things and I'll do it in a way that I feel is poetic, but it doesn't fully touch on what I'm saying.
Yes.
Because for me, I know what I'm saying, but there's some information context that's missing.
Yeah.
And because of that, other people may misinterpret or misunderstand or just be like, what the fuck?
Sometimes it can seem arrogant when that is not at all your intention.
Right.
As well. Especially because, like, you're so dead set. Like, I know what that's like because I'm a fucking Taurus. So I know how that feeling of being dead set on something and then someone questioning it and you're like, no, I've thought this through. So yeah, it can definitely seem arrogant. And like I said, I've experienced that. And then you have to go back and explain, like, I'm not trying to be a prick. This is just my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that makes sense. Should we move on to Venus?
Yep.
Okay. Venus is all about beauty, love, abundance, luxury, and interest in art. So my Venus, I have a lot of Gemini in my chart. My Venus is in Gemini. So what that says here, I'll read this again here. It says Venus determines how and what you love. It indicates how you express affection and the qualities you're attracted to. Your Venus is in Gemini, meaning your romantic side is dynamic, curious, and easily bored. You love witty banter, but you may have trouble deepening your relationships. You tend to be a bit timid and discreet with your crushes because you don't know how to be forthright. I tend to, Gemini is it's the back and forth, right? So I find people really attractive and I want to pursue them, but then the other side of my brain tells me all of the other things of like, no, don't pursue them or whatever when it comes to that.
I saw a little bit of that flip before.
Yeah. It's definitely something that I've struggled with. And then it makes me question my own self when it comes to love, especially, and even just like luxury and, you know, that type of stuff, beauty, anything like that. I definitely flip-flop a lot, and it can be really fucking confusing. But yeah. What's your Venus in?
Aries. Another fire sign, also my sun sign. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
There's passion here. For
Lucky
me,
ladies.
hey?
I said lucky ladies.
Oh my God. My friend Kate, the way that she expressed it, when she was reading my natal chart, because she's like astounds me with the knowledge that she has with this.
Mm-hmm.
But the way she expressed it, and I'm embarrassed to say this, is she's reading. I was like, "Oh, you fuck!"
I knew that's what you were gonna say.
And I was like, "Oh, okay." She's like, "Yeah, you do."
Yeah, 100%. I agree with Kate.
So, your Venus is in Aries, meaning your romantic side is enthusiastic, impulsive, and direct. You fall in love quickly. Isn't that the case? And out of love just as fast. Yeah, fairly so.
Yeah.
You tend to be forthright and direct with your crushes. Even if you haven't confessed, you make a lot of inside jokes, touch them a lot, and maintain eye contact. You alternate between seeming demanding and disinterested in the relationship.
I could definitely see that. I think, once again, this is extremely accurate for fucking both of us.
Yeah. The challenges, and I know we're not touching on this because it's a bit more on the advanced side.
Mm.
It's in my 6th house, which means that I'm constantly having trouble with relationships, with making those connections.
Mm-hmm.
It's and that definitely shows throughout my life.
Yeah, it is very accurate. Yeah. I would like to touch on the houses. I don't think we'll have the time to today, but I would like to come back in and do another episode about astrology and go into more specific details like that and how the houses affect everything.
Wait, did I share the right info? No, it's in my 11th house. Oh, I was
11th.
completely wrong.
Oh.
It's something else about relationships and my house placements.
I have.
That makes it a real challenge. But that's something for like you're saying. I think it's like
we'll do another
Cast 2 or 3 on astrology. We go more in depth when we actually know more about this.
Yeah, exactly.
Literally, I'm just reading an app.
Yeah, I know. It's basically like I did some research today, and I'm reading the app. That's what I'm going based off of right now. And I do have like a very small amount of knowledge other than this, but yeah, for the most part, I don't even remember most of this.
It's Saturn in 7th house. That's what it was.
Oh, okay.
So Saturn being in the 7th house makes it very difficult for not even just relationships, but for friendships. Maintaining. It's about getting deeply connected friendships and maintaining those.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways.
That makes sense. Okay.
We'll get to Saturn.
Yeah. Well, next is Mars, which we already talked about a little bit, which Mars, obviously, like I said before, represents the god of war, determination, aggression, passion, and lust. So, mine is also in a Gemini.
Me
too. It says here.
Sorry.
Mars is the planet of aggression. It determines how you assert yourself, take action, and the energy that surrounds you, particularly in your sex life, your ambitiousness, and when you're angry. Your Mars is in Gemini, meaning you assert yourself in a way that is quick and heady, and you push things forward with lots of energy, though sometimes without focus. Which, once again, I think is really fucking true for both of us.
Yeah. Just to reiterate that, I'm also Gemini.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is...
For both of us right now, yeah. Because both of our Mars is in Gemini, which means that we really get along. We seriously fucking get each other on this, especially, which is why, like, especially when we're both ambitious about something, or when we both get into our, like, deeper anger and, like, just darker emotions, we resonate with each other a lot, and we feel the exact same way about issues, especially when it evokes those emotions from us. So that's really cool.
That's accurate.
Yeah.
I agree. Mars. Also, I wonder how that connects for me with being that, well, I guess it depends on the planets and how they're ruled. See, I just don't understand astrology well enough. I just know with my sun sign, Aries, and Aries is ruled by Mars.
Mm-hmm.
And so I wonder how that means for my Mars being, I don't know.
But I'm
honestly just pulling stuff out of a hat at this point.
No,
but
that's kind of the point I was making earlier. Was saying like how interconnected things are.
Right.
So because your overarching is in Aries and Aries is ruled by Mars, that means that is more amplified for you. So you feel that in both your Aries and in the Gemini. So like with how this is talking about with the Gemini aspect of it, that is applied to you. But because your sun sign is Aries, it also affects you. So I think one thing that I like to think about when it comes to astrology is, yes, all of these individual things play a factor in it, but there's all of this other interconnectedness that is also really fucking interesting. So it's really like not even just all of these, like, whatever, 12 different things make a difference, but it's also how they interconnect with all of them. Mm-hmm. So some of these things are going to be so minuscule, but then others, it's going to amplify certain things. And especially because you have air and fire in your charts, primarily, especially the top, 5 now?
Mm-hmm.
It's amplified. Air and fire creates... like, you're fucking putting you're putting oxygen into the fire.
Yeah. So
it just amplifies everything, right? Whereas, like, I have earth and air. So it's very like, those are my main two, is earth and air. So it's very one or the other. It's I'm grounded as shit, especially because my birthday's on Earth Day. So I'm a Taurus born on Earth Day. I'm very grounded. I'm very steady. But at the same, but like, so physically, yes, but mentally in my head, I'm fucking flying around. So it makes there's so many different things. It's so fucking intense. And this is just like the beginning of it. This is just like the basic.
You're so calm on the surface, but you're like a storm in a bottle.
Inner turmoil is crazy. Yeah. Exactly, yeah. Anyways.
Well, I think I don't know what else to say about Mars and Gemini. Yep. I think we did it.
Moving on to Jupiter. Jupiter is the planet of
Sailor
luck.
Jupiter. It's my favorite. Anyways.
Jupiter is the planet of luck, fortune, philosophy, spirituality, and expansion. So, this is where some fun stuff comes in. My Jupiter is in Virgo. So it says Jupiter is one of two social planets. Jupiter rules idealism, optimism, and expansion. It's also very philosophical. Your Jupiter is in Virgo, meaning you grow and find understanding through careful thought and goal setting and hard work. So the way that I see the world and the way that I can expand is through it's an earth sign, so it's through grounding, it's through looking forward, it's through growing upwards. It's very that way. What's your Jupiter?
Gemini. Ooh! Here we go. It means when it's in Gemini, it means you grow and find understanding through curiosity, mental adventure, and trying new things.
I think that's very fucking accurate.
I would say so.
Yeah. Yep.
I definitely find myself with that, with my curiosity. Curiosity is what has led me to where I am with my own spiritual path.
Yeah.
I find it's healthy to be curious, because then you just don't get so rooted in, so stuck on certain beliefs or perspectives or understandings or.
Exactly.
Yeah. But curiosity, you have to be careful with it too. How far you can lead it, because you got to check in with yourself sometimes.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, I wonder if there's a cliff up ahead. Don't be curious about that. Well, you could take a look, just from a better vantage point.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh yes, it's a cliff. It's a good thing I didn't go over there.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think we pair well with that specifically, because this is more of like, especially with spirituality and our life philosophy and expansion and stuff, we genuinely get each other on that. And so we're on the opposite of the spectrum, where you're in the air sign, I'm in the earth sign. So when I need you to help me get back up and get out of being sedentary, you can help me do that. And when you need help to be fucking pulled back down to Earth's orbit, I can do that for you. So in this scenario, having opposite signs like that actually is very helpful. Yeah.
Interesting. It's a good way to see it. It's good to see how things complement each other.
Okay. Let's move on to Saturn. Saturn is about regulation, restriction, hard work, resilience, and being unemotional. So Saturn, mine, is in Cancer. Saturn, it says here, Saturn is the other social planet. Saturn rules responsibility, restrictions, limits, boundaries, fear, and self-discipline. Your Saturn is in Cancer, meaning you struggle with your emotions, a taste for drama, and an overabundance of empathy. That's exactly true. I struggle. One thing that it doesn't say on here, but that I actually found, was that Saturn, because it's all of this, it's hard work, restriction, resilience and stuff, it can lead to being unemotional. And because mine's in Cancer, it makes it really confusing for me, because Cancer is literally the like most emotional sign. So my emotional side is in an unemotional planet. So it's really fucking confusing. And so that's, I think, that once again speaks to outwardly I look like I'm set, but inwardly I'm really fucking confused emotionally. So, yeah. Also, the overabundance of empathy is very true. And the taste for drama. I don't like being involved in drama, but telling me about it and seeing it from from far away, give me the details.
Yeah.
Pour me a cup of tea.
Yippee.
Yeah.
Drama time.
Yeah. What's your Saturn in?
Capricorn.
Ooh.
So for that, it means that you struggle with your sense of responsibility, ambition, conservatism, repressed emotions, and obsessions with money and power. That last one, when I read this before, I was a little bit like, oh, I think that describes like what that means for Capricorn, being in Saturn. But there's so many more elements to it, especially when you bring in the houses.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Maybe my obsession with money is like obsession with always having to get money to survive, I suppose. Or maybe it's the obsession of like, oh, I like, I know for me when I was going to school, the biggest stress I felt was money.
Oh yeah.
Like just not being able to have enough and dealing with debt.
Yeah.
And that made me obsessed in a way.
Yeah.
So trying to find security with that.
It wasn't something that you could let go of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One thing I was reading here, where was it? With Saturn, it's about life lessons and your own karmic growth too, and I believe it's like a 12-year cycle, if I recall. I'm not sure how that interrelates properly. But
I know it's going from top to bottom, because the sun is what we rotate around, and then the moon is what rotates the fastest. So it is going by order of speed, how long it takes to go around. So yeah, it's lower, so it's definitely longer.
Right, but it has I guess it has the. This is just my understanding, and I wouldn't say it's accurate, but just how Saturn is has an influence on your longer trajectory in life. Right? It's what influences how your path looks more long term.
Yeah.
For me, another thing about that 7th house, I know we're not talking about houses, but I just found it was interesting on this one subject here, is that it says about learning healthy boundaries. Right. That is one that I am constantly being hit with. Yeah. Right. There's catalyst after catalyst being presented to me. Yeah. On learning healthy boundaries. Yeah. And I have been learning, but my goodness, I am still needing to learn. Yeah. And yeah, it's just this constant thing. And again, I think that's part of karmic growth.
Oh, 100%.
Right. And it's your life lessons, right? Yeah. So my life lesson is boundaries. Yeah. Healthy boundaries.
Yeah. Which makes sense. It really does. Okay, should we move on to Uranus?
Yeah, one last thing. Remember I said before, 7th house, also about, right. I know we're not talking about houses, but meaning you have difficulties with close relationships and long-term partnerships. Fuck you, astrology. No, honestly, that's how it feels. That's not how it feels, that's how it's been.
Yeah, yeah. It's an accurate depiction of your life so far, yeah.
All right, Uranus. Let's go.
Uranus is the planet of rebellion, innovation, dynamic change, and free thinking. So, my Uranus is in Pisces.
Wow.
Wow. Uranus stays in each sign for 7 years here, it says, meaning it rules generations more than a person. It rules innovation, rebellion, and progress. Your Uranus is in Pisces, meaning your other generations are shocked by your generation's sense of empathy, dreaminess, and gentle nature, which is very true. We have been told constantly as Gen Z that we have a lot more empathy for one another, and have much more of a gentle nature
Mm-hmm.
as well compared to a lot of other generations. So, well, which makes sense because being in Pisces, it's a water sign. It's very loving and nurturing, and
Yes.
it's very what else is Pisces? Slow, loving, nurturing, dreaminess. The other thing I know about Pisces is that it's very much what's the word I'm looking for? Delusional.
That's what I was trying to find the right word for it, but that's what I understand about Pisces too.
Yeah.
Because we've gone through the age of Pisces,
Yes.
right? And so there's been
Yeah.
a lot of delusions and
Yeah.
illusions and
Yeah.
just misconceptions.
Yes. Yeah, yeah, and honestly there's a lot of people that are my age, and even I myself, is delusion, and especially when it comes, because this being in rebellion, in like Uranus being rebellion, innovation, dynamic change, and free thinking, the fact that there is the aspect of delusion in there is really interesting, and that's not just a negative thing, that's actually a positive thing, because if an entire generation can be so fucking delusional to think that we can change the world, maybe it can actually happen.
How about disillusionment?
Can you explain what that is?
So disillusionment means that you think about illusion.
Mm-hmm.
Disillusionment would be undoing that illusion.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
You start, and it's more of a feeling of like just fatigue of it.
Right.
And it's just like it no longer connects, and
Right.
you start to pull away from it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But I don't know how much that connects with this, but I feel like that is something that has been taken very much.
Oh, yeah.
Gen Z is
Yeah.
very disillusioned by
Yeah.
the way things are constructed in this
Oh, yeah.
world.
Yeah. Everything's been stacked against us, especially when it comes to
Yeah.
like the financial side of things, right? Like,
Yeah. So for me, I'm in Capricorn.
Oh.
I'm a millennial. Can you tell?
Nah. An age. Ew.
That's why I take pictures.
That fucking.
That's a millennial
that
photo.
Facebook
That was
mom
one of the most-
where they like do this.
Yeah. No, that's Gen X.
No, that's millennial Facebook moms. I'm telling
Oh.
you.
Oh, millennial Facebook moms.
Yes.
Okay.
Because
Because they're trying to hide their chin.
Yes, that's exactly it. That's why.
Just be authentic. Just go, hey.
Yeah, but not down here, because that's dick pic material.
Yeah.
Okay,
I was
anyways.
sharing cat photos with Keys, and Keys is like, that angle.
It
was the cat was on my lap.
I know.
I was trying to get the kitty in the picture.
I know. You know what it also was? It wasn't just that. It wasn't just the angle, but it was also like the smile that you had.
Oh.
When you have this, when you're posing for the camera, you have this like, yeah, that face. So that's like I'm proud of showing you my
relaxed.
penis face.
I'm proud of showing you my cat.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Anyways, it was just funny.
So for Uranus and Capricorn, meaning other generations are shocked by your generation's sense of responsibility, seriousness, rationality, and hunger for power.
Yeah. That makes sense. It really does. Yeah.
Does it? Yeah, I guess.
Well, if you think about how a lot of millennial people kind of act, it does make sense. Obviously, this
'Cause
doesn't
we're better?
cover- well, I think it worked
No.
out really perfectly, because it's like the transition of having the strong-headed Capricorn being the free thinking mind, like that's the determination of that, sets the groundwork for the fucking free thinking Pisces age to come in, to like open things up and to go for and to like dismantle everything, and then the rise of change. It needed to
fair.
happen in that order. Yeah.
All right. What's the next one?
Neptune. Neptune is the planet of mystery, fantasy versus reality, and creativeness, psychic abilities, and also delusion. So that's a fun one. So let's see. My Neptune is placed in Aquarius. It says here, Neptune stays in each sign for around 14 years, meaning it rules a generation more than a person, once again. It rules dreams, imagination, and the unconscious. Your Neptune is in Aquarius, meaning your entire generation finds inspiration through detached analysis and intellectual pursuits, which is very interesting.
Detached analysis.
Detached analysis.
That feels like disillusionment.
Yeah. Exactly what you were saying before, and intellectual pursuits. With all of this and the way that it's working out, it really does fucking make sense. It really does.
You look at the globe,
Yeah.
the world at large.
Yeah. How an entire generation can change like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your Neptune in?
Capricorn again. Got a double whammy.
Double whammy.
For me, it means your entire generation finds inspiration through hard work, responsibility, seriousness, and ambition.
Once again, the groundwork, the things that need to get done, the hard work that needs to get done first before coming in with the detached analysis and intellectual pursuits.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the dismantling once again for then it needed to happen this way for us to be able to get to where we are and to continue in a positive direction as long as World War III doesn't ensue.
We don't use that word here.
What?
I'm just kidding.
Which one?
Yes.
I just finished saying a lot of words. I don't even know what word you're talking about.
WW3? It's a trigger. No, it's not a trigger. It's always a real possibility.
Yeah.
And I think there's some wisdom. I don't need to. You know what? We don't need to get into that. That's not part of today's podcast. There is no other world out there but here. You are here in our podcast right now. All is well.
There's nothing?
We are fine. All is well.
There's nothing outside of this room?
It's fine. We're fine. Okay, that got weird. Thank you.
So thanks for coming to our podcast.
We got Pluto.
Pluto! Okay, let's do Pluto. Pluto is the planet that rules power, transformation, destruction, regeneration, and darkness. So, my Pluto is in Sagittarius. Pluto stays in each sign for up to 30 years, meaning it rules more than one generation and it over a person individually. It rules power, intensity, obsession, and control. Your Pluto's in Sagittarius, meaning your generation's psyche is comparatively positive, free-spirited, curious, optimistic, forward-looking, independent, and confident. If that doesn't fucking explain, especially Gen Z, I don't know what does.
Yeah, and the generation to follow.
Yeah. What was yours?
For me, it is in Scorpio.
Ooh.
Yeah. So for that, it means that your generation's psyche is comparatively passionate, intense, serious, private, self-obsessed, and perceptive. I've noticed that word serious has come up a lot.
Yeah.
Am I that serious?
I think you definitely have, same as me, we definitely have a witty and a banter and stuff, but for the most part, we are fairly serious people. Like when you get past the mannerisms and stuff.
My clown-like behavior?
Yeah, the external behavior. When you actually dive deep into the inner side of things, the two of us are very serious.
Why so serious?
Why so serious, son?
So another thing after going through these planets, another part of this whole with astrology with your natal chart, it's part of your personality still, which is your rising sign, right? Your ascendant. I've seen that. You'll see that even on like people who put together even dating profiles. They'll have like their sun, their moon, and their rising sign.
Yeah.
So the rising, and this is just from reading here what's described in CoStar, is that it's your mask that you present to people.
Mm-hmm.
And so I also think of it as it's the way that I am seen by others. It's the way I portray myself to those around me. And for me, it's in Cancer. Now it also goes on to say it can be seen in your personal style and how you come off to people when you first meet.
Yeah.
So it's how people see me. Some say it becomes less relevant as you get older. It changes. No, this is just how it with your natal chart is. It changes every 2 hours. So you got to really make sure you know your birth time.
Yeah.
To understand your rising sign.
Yeah.
But it says here your ascendant is in Cancer, meaning you come across as gentle, intuitive, and warm, though some may regard this as overly emotional or sensitive to criticism. Have you seen that?
Yes. Definitely 100%. Yeah. Especially when we first met, my impression of you was definitely more Cancer than it was
That guy's
Aries.
just all gooey inside. And
oh yeah, I literally looked at
guts.
I was like, this dude is
You
a
poke
fucking
him too hard.
teddy bear.
Oh yeah.
Genuinely, I was like,
I'm like a Totoro.
Yep. That's a very good way of putting it. Yeah.
I'm a Totoro.
Yeah. Totoro.
Totoro. Totoro. Totoro.
That's making a clip. Anyways, yeah, no, it makes sense. I wasn't sure what exact time I was born, but the time that I put in, it told me that my rising sign is in Aquarius, and I wasn't sure about that until I actually read it, and it says here, your rising sign is in Aquarius, meaning you come across as broad-minded, intellectual, and prone to abstraction. Though somewhat detached or abrupt in your dealings with the real world, your unconventional interests may seem eccentric or pretentious to others. And I think that's pretty fucking accurate as to how most people view me.
100%.
So yeah, as soon as I put that in, I was like, oh, okay, yeah, that's accurate. That's definitely who I am. So I definitely put in the right time.
And again, it's your mask too.
Yeah.
Right. It's how people see you. It's how you portray yourself.
Yeah.
And I've definitely seen that with myself. I do words. I'm warm, right? I'm warmth. There's warmth with me. I'm inviting. People feel safe around me. People have often say they feel safe.
Yeah, every single person I know says that about you.
Yeah, they feel safe. It's an inviting energy.
Yep.
Right? They don't feel judged.
Yep.
And curious thing on this, reading about this, about having that rising being my Cancer, but then my Aries, my sun being Aries, which is like a real strong warrior energy too, is that people feel safe and they feel drawn, and then they want to open up, and then there's like this inner Aries in me that wants to bring some to try to I don't want to say healing, but to aid them and guide them to help them, right? I want to help them. Yeah. So that's part of that warrior energy there too.
I would see that as like you just physically being the campfire, the warm campfire. So that's the Cancer side of the warm and inviting, and then the Aries side of the flame that can cause destruction, right? It's both of those in one.
Destruction, but also needed warmth.
Exactly.
Needed warmth for survival.
Yes.
And that's how I think of myself, is that I am the hearth at the edge of the wild, where people come to gather, to meet, to bring together, for all people to come together in a circle. And there is where we commune and we connect. Yeah. And stories are shared. Yeah. And that's something I've noticed about myself, is I'm like I am a congregator. I bring people together. It's always been something about myself I've noticed, and it's something I just naturally do because I find so much enjoyment in it, and just bringing people together because I want people to connect. Yeah. And I do that because I want to connect. Yeah.
It's how you build community, right? Yeah. And you're really good at doing that, which is great. Yeah. That makes sense. So anyways, I just have a quick fun fact here to kind of wrap this up. I was looking into it and I found out that horoscope is actually derived from aura, which means time, and scopos, which means observer. So horoscopos would be like the marker of the hour. So your horoscope is markings of the hour, days, and time of when you were born. So I thought that was pretty cool. Because I never knew what horoscope actually stood for. So
That's a good factoid.
Factoid. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
look,
Well,
there's a bead string on the ground. That was for me when I was tearing them apart and throwing them.
it's shit. It's
It's
shit.
shit. It's just shit. Junk.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Okay. Well, I have more on here, but I feel like we've been talking for so long that this can just go on to the next time that we talk about astrology again.
That was rude and embarrassing. Please cut that.
No.
Fuck.
Okay. Anyways.
Well, yeah, we went in depth on this. We had a lot to we could have shared.
Yeah.
I really like what you've put together and what you shared here today. So
I thought I wanted a little bit of structure, so this helped a lot.
thank you
Otherwise,
for building the structure.
Yeah.
I'm glad I didn't blow it down. Didn't break it.
Okay, well, let's do our sign off.
Oh, jeez. How do you do this again?
You did it! Oh, he did it so fast. Everybody say good job, Axel.
Good job, Axel. Love you.
Love you guys. Thanks for